So the first thing you have to do is to upload the firmware version onto a USB stick. Before we do that, I'm going to take the USB stick here and I'm just going to go ahead and format into a FAT32 system. So I'm going to start that, and it says yes, it's going to erase all the information. It's done, it's okay. So once I've done that, what I can do now is take my file, and I'm going to the latest version of firmware. This is for the USB only. This is not for J-Link. This is for USB. So the file has the USB on it. I'm going to extract all, and I'm going to extract it into the USB drive that I formatted a while ago. So select folder and extract. So this is now taking the file off of my PC, putting it onto the USB drive. Once it's done this, then we can change the file name. We're going to remove that USB at the end of the firmware version on the USB stick, and then we can plug that stick into the Series 8 printer. So that's done that. I'm going to open this up, and you see here that there's no USB on the extension. That's good. So we're ready now to take this and put it into the printer. So the first step is to go ahead with the USB stick, and we're going to plug it into, on the left hand side here, you will see a USB port on the CPU. I'm going to plug it into there with the system powered off, and then once we've done that, we can go ahead and close this up, and I'm going to touch the screen, start the system up, and it will load version. It will come up with the current version that you are that's currently installed. So now from the home screen, first thing we're going to do is we're going to sign in, and the password is GOTECH, G-O-T-E-C-H, and hit the enter key. And then once we're here, we're going to go into service, and then tools, and firmware update. And it's going to do a file transfer, and we confirm that. And now it's going to go ahead and you see the status bar at the top there. It's going to go ahead and load the image from the USB stick onto the inkjet printer. And this takes probably a good 10 to 15 minutes, I would say. So I'm in the final stages now, 95%. You've seen at the bottom here, it would have gone from load secondary image to loading primary image. So this last 5% shouldn't take too long now. So again, it was around about 10 to 15 minutes to upload this firmware version. Once this is completed at 100%, which it has just done, it'll power off the printer. And it's loading now that version, the 1.04.07.06, which is the latest version of firmware. Please check the bulletins to make sure that that is the latest version. Now this firmware version will actually maintain all messages on the system. So there's no risk there. It will keep all the parameters and messages in place on the printer. And you see the printer now is just restarting, and it should come into the home screen anytime now once it's loaded the bin files. And then once into the home screen, you are ready to start the jet up and back into production. And we are now, if you look down the bottom here, you can see it's 1.04.07.06 version 3.05. So we are now software updated. So go ahead and remove the stick from the printer and start the jet up.